We're continuing our look at how we structure nonfiction, either as a reader or a writer. So we're going to take a look at some organizational features here. So we've already taken a look at content of nonfiction, facts and opinions in the audience. We've taken a look at purposes of nonfiction, of why authors write and how authors structure their argument. Here is how we're actually formatting the words on the page. So our organizational features are going to focus on all of these options that you see in front of you on the screen. These help our readers, and then as writers, they help us organize as well. So these are guiding a reader through text here. Boldface and italics, you see these in history textbooks a lot and other course textbooks. Boldface and italics draw us to words. They have the same effect. I think bold stands out a bit more. Italics tends to stress information, showing that one word is important or we want to emphasize it if we are reading it out loud. We can also take a look at bulleted lists or numbered lists. Numbered lists, of course, will help us, especially if we're organizing something in sequence or procedurally, but we can also pull out major ideas in bullets, so it's not lost within a big paragraph, but bulleted out for our readers to follow. Charts and graphs are nothing new to you from science or math, but we have to remember to read charts and graphs and also to include captions for them. I fall into a trap of trying to skip over charts and graphs and just read the words. We have to start looking at all of these pieces to make sense of the arguments. Diagrams are not just pictures or photographs. Diagrams show us how something fits together. So a diagram of a cell. Diagrams also help if we're putting together a shelf. It shows you what piece goes to what other part in what order. So these are diagrams that are labeled pictures. And then we get headings and subheadings, which really help us take a look. I want you to be able to see that. Really help us take a look at the major pieces. This might help us, if we're going to summarize, take a look at the headings and subheadings. And then we can also use headings and subheadings to guide our reader through our major ideas. We have illustrations on top of diagrams, so these might just be a picture to make us feel something. They might be a photograph to help visualize the pieces that we are describing in words if our major purpose is descriptive writing. We, of course, have maps to give visual storytelling options and to help a reader follow through if we're telling a story. And lastly here, we have the titles, which of course tell us what the passage is about. Sometimes the titles can cue us in and sometimes they throw us off. So titles, although simple, we always want to see why an author is naming them as they are. So these are elements that we can take a look at and analyze to see how the author is assisting us in understanding, or how these pieces come together to guide us to analyze a piece, because we can pick apart these visual cues that authors provide for us in nonfiction.